Yes, but we're FJTV, so I know the lighting isn't the best, but if you could see, you'd see from the background that I'm at the park that I used to sometimes record videos in, that wasn't too far from where I used to live not too long ago. People that have been subscribed to the channel that have seen my other videos will probably know what I'm on about. But for the purpose of this one, like I always say, you can see by the title, you know what I'm going to be roughly talking about. Obviously, I'll probably end up repeating some of the same mantras and topics that I talk about. But the title, like I say, the comeback is always greater than the setback, yeah. First and foremost, pretty self-explanatory. And I'll just jump right into it. Same, like I said, sat in my car, like I say, I'm pretty much, I don't know if I'm in the identical spot, but I'm a few feet at most away from where I was when I did a video called Full Circle that's still on the channel, where I was talking about in that one saying I was parked in the same spot as when, like I said, I felt like I'd hit rock bottom in terms of my life. Obviously 2023, end of September. Like I said, I'm not going to put my entire business out there on YouTube. Obviously, a day will come where I'll be able to freely, not that I will be able to, I will choose to speak freely about every little thing and whatever. Again, like I said with Samuel, I spoke about the self-deletion on here. And like I said, bait face, putting myself out there on the internet for potentially the world to see, with no fear in my heart, no shame, 100% in the essence of if I can help somebody else, if my story, somebody hearing it, can help them on their journey, then I've done my job. Same way, just the essence with these videos in general, yeah, FJTV, Fitness Journeys TV. So like I said, I'm here, and same like I said, from that feeling of hitting rock bottom, that it's like, bruv, I'm 26 years old at the time, had been broke for a few months. Like I've kind of tiptoed around and kind of touched on a little bit in previous videos. Some that are still on the channel, some that I have deleted or privatised and put on my Patreon. Shameless plug, links down below. £5 a month, support the channel if you want, and if you want access to those older videos, because there are plenty of gems and wisdom in there. And at the minute, all the shorts I've got from videos that are privatised are still available on the channel though. But as I said, as I was touching on in other videos, it was at the point in my life where I thought I'd already started the channel, and in those first few videos I'm like, I'll be 20, oh sorry, I had turned 25 because it's May 2022, my birthday is the 19th of April, so I was like, I'm 25 now. Then obviously, lo and behold, obviously a year later, turning 26, and I was still far removed from where I was supposed to be. And when I say supposed to be, in my own mind and the expectations I had of myself for years. But having said that, in the same way for the title of this video, in the same way I've said for the last few months, I realised, and I knew anyway on the deepest level, not only is none of this is real, we're in a matrix simulation, whether you believe that or otherwise, amen, that's up to you. I'm just the messenger. But as I say, I know I'm an immortal being, just experiencing this. And it's almost like I've known for a very long time, but I didn't really admit it to myself. That, like I said, this is all an illusion, and my thoughts are creating the reality around us. And, sorry, the reality around me, but as individuals, we create our own realities, we manifest our own lives. And again, most people at this point will say that because they've heard other people say it, and it just becomes part of the collective's common knowledge, if you like. Same way the other day, a couple of days ago, my auntie is around my dad's house when I'm there and I'm on food, and I can hear her conversation with my parents. And just when she said about something about manifesting, and I thought, the same way, I remember hearing that word a few years ago. The second, excuse me, bit of dead skin on my lip, nice. But as soon as you'd hear someone talk about manifestation, a lot of people are like, oh, what are they on about? Or is that sort of spiritual woo-woo stuff? Whereas now it's like every man and their dog's talking about it, yeah? Same way it's like on Instagram and grrr. But having said that, that's almost 5 minutes gone again. I don't want to waffle too much in this one. I do have specific points, but if you know, you know. The way I do these long form videos, I sort of express myself. I get everything out to paint a picture and to talk about what I want to be talking about. So as I said, everything that's happened so far, and then in the last previous recent videos, And from this year in 2024, even though again we can sort of be, you know, nitpicky a little bit in the sense of, oh well, technically it's not 2024 until March 21st because of the cycles, whatever. But ultimately, same way we could all say time is an illusion anyway, because we are in a simulated reality. The only thing that exists is the here and now. Yeah. To quote Kung Fu Panda, the past is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Yeah. Same way, to quote Mr. Traumatic, the future isn't known, the past isn't bomba. See how I'm mincing my words, bro, because I got a bit of caffeine in me. You know, I'm just going to let the video run. The back of my mind, I was thinking about starting again, but fuck it. To quote Mr. Traumatic, I apologise for butchering the bars. The future isn't known, the past isn't pleasant, but life's a gift, enjoy the present. Yeah? Same way, two quotes saying the same thing, brother. It's about right here, right now. And right here, right now, I'm sat in my car, making this video, technically just speaking out loud in my phone recording, but as we know how this shit works, I'm recording it, putting it on the internet, cool. And then later on this evening, I'll be at the Muay Thai gym I've rejoined at that I was going to before. But as I said, I stopped, and you already know because I've said it in previous videos, but the same like I'm saying in this one. Feeling like I was drifting further from my vision. And then it was, like I said, it came full circle, and it was like, why? I knew why, but I'd walked away from the martial arts. Again, was thinking gym, bodybuilder, because it's fitness journey, so I'm that personal trainer, I'm going to do it off my own back and all this other stuff, and I'm thinking with the spiritual stuff and the meditation, and if I really am my purpose, and then I'm going down there, then I was falling down the same rabbit holes, was falling off with the semen retention, or I was having a wet dream and it was day zero again, and I knew why, because I didn't do my nightly routine. And that was, like I said, 2022 into 2023. And then as soon as I was like, oh, okay, I need to course correct. I'm coming full circle. I see the synchronicities. I know I need to bring it full circle, get back into the martial arts, which is what I started to do in 2023. And as I'm saying, and lo and behold, in 2024, I'm back training, doing what I know I need to be doing what I know, as the vision becomes clearer and clearer in my mind's eye, but really and truly in my heart, and knowing if I can really almost predict the future, even if it's just in the multiverse of hypothetic potentiality, that there's a little window of opportunity that I can point at and say, okay, let me walk down this road. Even though, as we know, it's a journey, there's ups and downs and whatever, but as I was said in other videos and in the other shorts, as I climb the mountain, yeah, with nothing but pure determination and, I don't want to say faith, but just that knowledge in my heart that I know, bruv. Trusting the process, if you like. That no matter what, this immortal soul and my higher self and whatever you want to call it, the oversoul, the universe, God, whatever, I'm divinely guided, divinely protected. Nothing can truly hurt me. Nothing can truly break me. So long as I maintain that positive outlook and ideology. And as I say, coming full circle and the synchronicity again, been a warrior in a garden, the true lifelong martial artist that I knew I've always been, always in the back of my mind, any little situations that occurred, whether I was training specific martial arts or I was just in the gym. Because as I said, brother, I really do this from 16 years old. I've never not been active at some level, to some degree, yeah? Really and truly since I'd say 2018, 2019, when I'm 21, 22 years old, I've never not been active for, you know, more than a couple of weeks at a time, if that. You know what I mean? And even then, bruv, still trying to do stuff. But aside from that waffle, like I said, being a warrior in a garden, yeah? Embodying the essence of that, bruv, that, like I said, I don't want to hurt no one. I get it, bruv. I'm immortal in this simulation. Like, I'm wearing this hoodie. It's like I'm wearing this skin suit, bruv. Don't be confused by the entity you see before you or the words coming out my mouth. It's just mouth noises. I'm just speaking a language that you've been programmed to understand. So when you hear it, you understand it in here and you know what I'm saying. Literally in nanoseconds, every word that comes out my mouth, you know exactly what I'm saying and what I mean. I understand that kind of, you know, can be contradicted, if you like. People watching this that speak a second language or English isn't their first language. But you get what I'm saying, yeah? That's my little, you know, devil's advocate that I can't help but do every time I speak on a video. But as I was saying, I've got notes in front of me and I'm still not even really got to them, but I kind of have a little bit. But as I'm saying, bruv, and I'll bring it again with the seam retention, that's my next point. As I said, I know I'm 10 minutes in, but like I always do with these full-length videos, there's gems of wisdom. Again, that's not me putting myself in a pedestal on my own ego. That's just me saying I'm tapping in to the same thought field and the same essence that we can all tap in through the meditation, the breath work, and surrendering. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Surrendering to the process. They're the same way, again, not to get off topic, so I'll bring it back to seam retention. But from rejoining that Muay Thai gym, this is week number 4 of training. But in that first week, bro, like I said, I humbled myself. I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm a beginner again, basically. And after one class, 1 hour of being in there, straight away it's, have you done this before? Yes, but I've stopped for a while. Then it's, I'd put you in the next class up, where I already was from beginners. But as we had the conversation, as I mentioned in the videos, one of my boys joined with me at the gym, as in at that gym. And I was like, he's a beginner. Till he does his first grading, I'll do a couple of weeks. And one of the young lads who sign us up, who does the coaching as well, he was like, yeah, you might as well train with your mate, because it does help having like a sparring partner that you're on the same wavelength with some of the stuff. But again, aside from that, a bit of waffle. After a mere couple of weeks, the same coach was like, yeah, bruv, just go into the next class up. Because he could see it's like, there's a ceiling to what I can achieve in that beginner's class. Because again, that's the process of it. As we know, I know I'm kind of waffling with that anyway. So now, like I said, we're in week 4, and from week 3, well, last week and this week, today being Tuesday, so it's only day number 2 of this week. And I'm in where the same class at the same ability levels that I was in previously. As much as I said, it goes beginner, yellow band, green band, and I'm here. And I'm in the class that's yellow, green, and today it'd be yellow, green, and blue mixed together, as opposed to yesterday when it's yellow and greens. Again, I know waffle for the video, but you know how we do. Like I said, bro, even if this is another 30-minute video, so let me get through the last of my notes. But for me, even just like I said, doing the training straight away, I'm like, of course, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Of course, I shouldn't have walked away from it. It would have been so much easier from a travelling perspective of being literally 5-10 minutes up the road. Same like I said, from here, where I used to live is like only over there, and the gym is only down the road. And lo and behold, I'm living the other side of the black country. But that's how this shit goes, bro. That's how this life shit works, bro. That's how this simulation, and the fact that it was like out of a negative came a positive situation, that I'm now, my living circumstances aren't 100% where you'd want them to be, but I've got my own space in that respect. So it's swings and roundabouts, yeah. Same with the sim retention again. I said in previous videos, and that was my thought process with doing the channel purges, because I don't want to be a hypocrite, bruv. I don't want to be sat here on these videos speaking to my subscribers and anyone just watching, and I'm talking about semen retention, not watching pixels, not watching the porn, not playing with yourself, not edging. So you're on so many days on a streak and then be like, okay, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna relapse all the way, but if I have my cake and eat it kind of thing, even though you're not, because as we know, you're still kind of draining yourself, and I'm not gonna get too deep on that. But then whether you eventually fuck it up by having a wet gym, or you just get down the rabbit hole to the point where you end up just relapsing anyway, and kind of I'm going to say it from I'll just say like that, the demons get in your head of being like, oh, well, I've kind of cheated my way through this streak, I'll just relapse and I'll start again. Then the second you do, it's like, why the fuck did I do that? Too many times, bro, in between, like I said, from starting the channel, 2022, and then 2023, and now it's 2024, so like I said, bro, I know again, with the semen retention, real semen retention, real brahmacharya, real Tao, the Taoism, even though it's spelt with a T, but we pronounce it Tao instead of Tao. But you get me, yeah? Like I'm saying, bro, it ain't about just no fap. Like I say, there's levels to the semen retention. Same with the ism, yeah? Same with the tantra or the tantric. Eventually, what I said in previous videos, but again, like I said, I was almost trying to have that door open before I was truly ready for it. Trying to, like I say, at the end of 2022, downloading Tinder, be like, oh, nah, but if I'm on my stuff and I'm meditating and sim retention, so I got these girls, and you know what, with the ism, bro, she better contribute to the purpose, and I can still have sex and retain my energy because I'm going to be on the tantric, bro. I knew back then, even then in my heart, but looking back, it's like, bro, you weren't ready for that, Josh. not even not ready for it in terms of how could I think in my own mind that I'm going to bring that into reality when I've not sorted out other aspects of my life, bruv? Yeah? Trying to run before you can walk, essentially, bruv, yeah? Same like I said before, I needed to take the celibacy seriously. And I was saying that, and then as we established, and as I've said in previous videos, and I've said in videos that I've purged, and I've said it in recent videos, but I'll say it again for the purpose of this video, because fuck it. Download Tinder, whatever, end of 2022. Then I go out for New Year's Eve, just me and one of my other friends, 2-man up, go to a club, fast forward, I go home with this older woman, grown-ass woman, bless her. It's the point where she's saying my 16-year-old and 19-year-old daughters are in their bedroom, so we've got to be quiet when I sneak you into the house. Aye, Captain, say less. And then as I'm saying, and then I'm breaking my celibacy. But, you know, at least I can say for the entirety of 2023, not for lack of trying, but at least from March, full celibacy, even though I only, you know, as I said, broke my celibacy New Year's, going into the new year with a bang, jokes aside. But still, like I said, was trying to play the game with Tinder, which again I know is against my principles, bruv, because that's not true manifestation. As I said, bringing it full circle again, as I mentioned that earlier. I'm not really truly allowing, again, the universe, the oversoul, God, working with the simulacrum, as Jason from RKX YouTube channel calls it, the simulation that we're in. And just my own outlook, yeah, that I know I can just live my life a certain way, focus on what I need to be focusing on, and then, as I said, lo and behold, and in those previous videos I used to say I let the right women around me, then, as I said, we can start talking about things like the ism. So, like I said, bruv, I'm not no P, as in P-I-M-P, but I am a PT, as in personal trainer. So I'm not no P, but being a PT, if you want this D, you better pay me, whether it's time, energy, or money. But jokes aside, banter aside, putting that on the bookshelf for now. As I said, it comes back to I need to be focused, as I said, whether it's, you know, martial arts, Muay Thai, but that is essentially my training, yeah. Hence FJTV, Fitness Journeys TV. Fitness Journeys is its own ideology and its own brand. Like I said, personal training and online coaching. Hence why I've got the coaching tier on my Patreon, £50 a month. It's the same as what I charge in my real world life, whatever you want to call it. Obviously with the added benefit of access to all those videos. And once I do start getting clients through the Patreon, I'll start doing exclusive videos for the Patreon ones, geared around the idea of the lifestyle coaching. What was the other thing I was going to say, looking at my notes? That was what I was saying, yeah. So doing all those, and then obviously the YouTube channel, which is obviously, as I said, FJTV, the offshoot to that. And it all comes full circle, and I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and everything I've been saying, like I'm saying again, bringing it full circle in the video, like in that video, full circle, like in the video when I'm saying about rock bottom, and I said I'm parked in the exact same spot in this blood clot nature reserve park, yeah. Lo and behold, bro, everything coming on a full circle. And in April this year, bro, I'll be 27 years old, bro. I know I went 27 like that. 27, yeah. As I'm saying, bro, I've realised putting the past and leaving it where it is. And to quote Kylo Ren from the Star Wars Disney reboots, I'm not going to get onto, you know, those films, but when he says, let the past die, kill it if you have to. Like I'm saying, all the stuff that's happened, I just remind myself it's part of the journey, part of this life experience in this specific avatar as Josh, yeah? Same like I'm saying, now I feel like I am on the right path. Not even feel, I know I'm on the right path, yeah? And I'm not going to even act like, yeah, it's a perfect linear path as I climb this mountain, bro. I know how this life shit works, bro. But I know, and like I said in previous videos, and I'll say it again in this one, if I'm really on my purpose, not just saying that in a video, and then a few days, a few weeks, a few months later, I'm relapsing and looking at pixels, whether I go over the edge or not, whether I'm trying to, you know, entertain bullshit on Instagram or other social media apps or dating apps like I did back in the day, whether I not whether I, no matter if I was, I can't remember the way I started to articulate that. Let me start again. If I'm really on my purpose and I'm not doing dumb shit that I have no business doing, yeah, that's what I was saying. Not falling off the training, diet, nutrition, all of that sort of stuff. Being lazy with, like I said, with the content, bro. How hard is it for me to just set my phone up and just start waffling, yeah? As I said, I'll start to wrap up the video, last couple of things, and then we'll go from there. As I said, bro, these long form videos, sometimes I understand I'm kind of waffling, but then when I watch them back for the shorts, I remind myself there's still bits where I'm clear-cut, concise, and coherent in what I'm saying. And I am making sense. So if someone is going to give it the time of day to watch it all the way through, whether they're watching stages, hey man, it is what it is. Same like I said, I can still chop them up for the shorts regardless, so it's all good, yeah? Like I'm saying, bro, I know I am on the right path. And the same way it's January, it's the 30th of January, so after tomorrow, we're into Feb, month 2 of the year, bro, and I got shorts. Same when I was doing the channel purge, and there's ones where I'm like, it's now February, or it's now March 2023. And it's like, bro, everything, like I said, that happened after that and happened last year. But again, as I said already, it's part of the past, it's part of the journey, part of my life in general, yeah? So it's all good, and as I keep taking the steps forward, nothing but positive love and that understanding that I'm just going to keep manifesting the love, abundance, and positive vibration of doing what I know I need to be doing. And the funny thing is, the same way, like I'm saying, it's doing the Muay Thai, the Thai boxing again, kickboxing, whatever you want to call it. Obviously it is Muay Thai, so that's what you should call it, but it's like my body's bruised and cuts and bruises and scabs and whatever, and dry skin on my feet, again, without being, you know, vulgar or putting people off, but you know what I mean? And it's like, this vessel, this body, again, it's like everything I've been saying and all my training for years, reminding myself the pain just exists in here, as long as I focus on my breath work and remind myself this is an illusion. And when I'm in the moment, just nasal breathing and not even really consciously analysing too much, but being in that sort of flow state as I see 22 on the timer. And then at the end of the session, it's like this overwhelming positive feeling. Same way I happily admit I slacked off with the cold showers, bro, because when I'm having a hot shower after, I'm trying to, you know, wash myself, because obviously I'm getting proper sweaty and my hands smell from the gloves and shit like that. But just afterwards, and then visualising again in the shower with, like I'm saying, I know what's destined, if you even want to call it that, because really, to a degree, I'm just going to create and manifest something and bring it into reality. Then when I do, it's like, oh, well, it was destined, it was always going to happen, sort of thing. But without getting on too much of like a devil's advocate or whatnot. As I'm saying, bro, yeah, man, I think I've exhausted everything that I needed to say, really. One little thing I'll touch on towards the end. Last year, owed into the Chinese zodiac. I know some people have switched off at this point, but hey, man, I'm just going to say my point. Last year was the year of the rabbit, so I made a video, follow the white rabbit, yeah? Well, I called it Year of the White Rabbit, but I used the thumbnail. The picture was obviously from the first Matrix film where Neo, on his computer, says, follow the white rabbit, and then the people turn up at his door. The girl has a little white rabbit tattoo on her shoulder. So he goes with them to the nightclub, that's when he meets Trinity, blah, blah, blah. You've probably seen the film. This year is the Year of the Dragon. Now, obviously we know, obviously, it's, you know, the Chinese zodiacs are on about something in the East anyway. That's where we've got all the symbolism and a lot of the whole like martial arts aspects come from. Obviously Muay Thai from Thailand in South Asia. But the fact that I thought of all the animals of the zodiac, the dragon, not only because it's a mythical creature, but again, that's an animal you always see the symbolism of martial arts anyway. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's because obviously you got the film Crouching Tiger. Yeah, Hidden Dragon. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Have I said that the wrong way around? I don't think so. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, yeah. But you get what I'm saying, yeah. To me, again, I just think what another perfect synchronicity that yet again I'm seeing manifest in front of me, yeah. I'll lock off the video because I know I've said what I need to say. I didn't really touch too much on the idea of the comeback greater than the setback. I kind of did because I'm saying about fuck the past, bro. Fuck all the negative nonsense that's gone on. And I'm not even going to say never again is anything bad ever going to brrr. But like I'm saying, bro, I understand what life is like, yeah. Same when I started the channel, I'm like, bro, I've been around the block. Same when I'm talking about with like the women, and when I say with ism and things like that, I've purposely not spoke too much about it. Because as I was saying with the celibacy, I know, again, not to waffle and get on the tangent, but just that tangent I touched on with like Tinder and shit like that back in the day. I know I need to be back on the celibacy and really take it seriously, to just focus on everything else, and then again, climbing the ranks as a man, even if you're looking on a human level. Because as I said, once I start to get a bit more set into where I need to be, further along that path, then of course, the right women around you, or obviously you gotta sift through, and maybe there's like 5 in front of you, it's like, okay, that one, no, yeah. And again, for the simple fact of knowing what we already knew, and like I said, I feel like I've got plenty of experience from back in the day. I'm not going to act like I got a crazy high body count. I was having this conversation with one of my boys the other day, and he was like, it's probably more than you'd think in terms of compared to other lads. But as the point I made is, like, as we get older, it's not as, again, not impressive, but you know what I mean? It's not considered a high number, but he's like, I think it's more than your... How did he phrase it? Because it actually made a lot more sense. When I'm saying I think it's low, he's like, I think it's higher than what you kind of consider to be low, if that even made sense. But you get what I'm saying. My point being as well, with all of those experiences, the point I'm making is, again, it's experience and it's the knowledge and it's the wisdom, and then I can look back and say, oh, okay, with that situation, then as new situations crop up and whatnot, I can use the knowledge, use the knowledge I'm gaining and the wisdom along the way, and the more setting myself as a man that I'm like. So I'm saying, with having the bollocks to speak about any and everything on camera. Like I said, I'm not going to put my entire personal life on the internet because I don't really gain anything from it, but I happily talk about, like I'm saying, semen retention, bruv. You know what I mean? People are going to judge you when I put my videos, or mainly the shorts, because they get more views, because obviously, as we know, with the scrolling, doom scrolling, whatever. And when I've had negative comments, and I'm like, bro, suck your mum, I don't care, bruv. Like, I care to the point of reading it and going, oh, okay, delete. And I purposely put allow all comments, because to me, it's like, yeah, bring it. What's anyone going to say? Same way, not even act like, oh, I'm this or I'm that. But, bruv, they ain't going to say it to my face in person. You know what I mean? We know how that shit goes, bruv. Because it's never going to be someone who's got any sort of bollocks about them. In reality, is it? That's going to have something negative to say. Same way, the quote I heard the other day, then it made the rounds on Instagram, and I'm seeing other people say it. You never meet a hater doing better than you. Do you know what I mean? So cool. I'll leave the video there. I've pretty much touched on what I needed to touch on. I knew I wanted to get a video out while I was sat in the park. Then I've got about an hour to just chill before I go. So in that time, I'll try and upload this. And then thankfully, I don't want to, tempt fate, but I won't be sat in... Well, I definitely won't be sat in traffic on the motorway like I've been doing. Specifically for the classes that are on at 6 o'clock. Excuse me, so I'm leaving my house at like 5 and spending like 40-50 minutes in traffic. But hey, man. Yeah, like I said, I'll leave the video there. The comeback's always greater than the setback. Anything I've said, I'm only ever trying to help, bro. Like I say, when you really remind yourself, I'm an immortal being in a simulation, in an avatar. You've had plenty of avatars in the past. You might have other ones in the future. But I feel like, my sort of opinion, I'll say it like that, this specific lifetime, in this timeline, again, time, but for what I'm about to say, this timeline in 2024, and whatever age you are now, this is the one where, this will either be the lifetime where you'll tick a few boxes, you'll rectify some mistakes, and then it's like, yeah, I'm ready. Get me the fuck out of here. I've enjoyed the ride. Or again, maybe, hey man, lo and behold, in my 60s, 70s, 80s, if/when I get to those ages, maybe I will be like, alright then. Maybe one more go around the merry-go-round wouldn't be too bad. You get what I'm saying? Like I've said in a previous video, and I'll say it again in this one, and this might be a little YouTube short for my future self before locking off the video. That's the thing with this life and this matrix, this simulation again, whatever you want to call it. It's just like being on a roller coaster, bruv. There's ups and downs, loop-de-loops, spinning round, going upside down. You might think you're at the lowest point, and then, oh, you go even lower, and then, oh, you go upside down, your belly goes. But then, no matter how scary it might be, obviously, again, I don't want to nitpick too much and pull strings at the analogy so it falls apart, but no matter how scared or exhilarating it might be in the moment, you get off, you sort of look around, laugh with your friends, And no matter how you felt beforehand, afterwards it's always like, that weren't that bad. And whether you say you do it again or whether you're like, nah, I've had the experience, I don't need to do it again, then you can leave it there and call it a day, yeah. I've said what I need to say. I didn't really get as deep on the spiritual stuff as I thought I might, but as I say with the martial arts, it all goes hand in hand, bro. I don't want to waffle too much about the same stuff. And I don't want to suddenly seem like I'm, oh, fucking Josh is doing his kickboxing again, oh, he's going to be insufferable. No, but like I'm saying, and like I was saying in my videos all through 2023, real warrior in a garden. Same when I'm in this park, bro. That was a thought that popped in my head. Same when I was walking around the park in the past. And I used to say to myself, I was like, I am the danger. Same when I did my little night walk sometimes. And I'm thinking of the Breaking Bad quote where Walter White's saying to Skylar, I am the danger, yeah. And I know people have seen the memes and whatnot from that, but the whole point of that is, obviously, like I said, I don't walk around thinking I'm Billy Big Bollocks or even then trying to cause trouble because, like I said, bro, warrior in a garden. Yeah, no fear in my heart, bro, because I know no matter what entities exist in this realm, no matter what forces lurk in the darkness, I know my inner light outshines their darkness tenfold. And when I'm meditating in the dark and I'm closing my eyes anyway, I see through all these illusions, yeah. So that's more than enough. Like I always say, man, stay up, stand your purpose. You know what you need to be doing. And even if you feel like you don't, like I say, mute everything out, meditate. What do you truly want? If you could wave a magic wand and manifest any and any reality, I was going to say any and every, but any reality you can possibly fathom. But then always ask yourself, now what? Forget about all the materialism and all the money in the world. That's fantastic. And we know it opens doors and opens opportunities and it's freedom. That's why it's financial freedom. But now what? Now what do you do with all that free time that you've got? You get what I'm saying? Yeah? Like I say, man, stay up on your purpose. Let's go.